This was broadcasted to a live studio audience at twitch.tv/canyuganu.
Hey guys, Canyuganu here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do the Maschine Easter egg on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So the first step of this Easter egg, like many, is to turn on the power. So what you're going to want to do is, what I recommend for the first 10 rounds is to build up points just so you can open up the whole map and get to power. The power is located inside of the particle accelerator room. Once you open this door, you must press the main power switch and then go over to the terminals on the left and the right hand side of the rooms to activate the power. Once you've activated the power, you want to jump down to the anomaly that spawns, which will teleport you into the dark ether. Upon entering the dark ether, you will find one of two ether tunnels. On the right hand side ether tunnel, there's a fuse that you need to grab. Once you're entering the ether tunnel, you grab the Pack-a-Punch part and take it to the machine, activating Pack-a-Punch. The next step is to kill the Megaton that spawns roughly 2 to 3 rounds after you turn on power. The Megaton will drop a keycard which you need to take to this machine in the Deadshot Daiquiri room with the nukes. Once you have collected the keycard, return to the knock and turn building and hold the interact button when it says signal detected. After that, it will absorb around 30 zombies and you'll be able to grab your dime shockwave. This is the wonder weapon for the map and is necessary for what it is. Once you have grabbed the die shockwave, go up to the penthouse and hold the alt fire on this little glowing canister. It will pull it towards you and you can collect it. Once you've collected the canister, there's already a part right near you. You just need to shoot this wooden crate located in the penthouse. It will fall down and drop a flask for you, which you need for later. The next step is to head back into the dark ether using one of the portals that spawns to collect parts for the ether scope. Once you've collected the canister, return to the Deadshot Daiquiri room and kill a plague hound near the corner after inserting the canister into this machine. It will fill up the gas and you will then take the gas and put it into this box. Attack the gas with any sort of weapon and it will explode, destroying the vines on the box. That's how you get the Nova 5 variant of the die. Returning to the Dark Ether to collect the last of the Ether Scope parts that we need. There will be one in the Particle Accelerator room behind the Ether tunnel, and there will also be one under the stairs in the spawner room. Once you've collected all 3 parts, you will then return to the crafting table in the middle of the Particle Accelerator room underneath the Pack-a-Punch. There you'll craft the Ether Scope and it will change your mini. Once you have the Ether Scope, return to the Dark Ether after attempting to use the PC. Then you'll collect the Dr. Vogel's diary off the table and you will have to interact with 3 different anomalies. You will interact with them and then you'll give them the diary. You do not have to stay near them or do anything like that. You just need to give them the diaries and leave. Once you've given all 3 of them the diaries, they'll have lines of dialogue and it will be teleported back to the normal world. After the sequence of giving the diaries to the anomalies, you will then have to return to the PC and put the password in. This will activate the power to the test chamber. Then you will need to get the rest of the die variants. You do not have to go in any order for the die variants. I decided to get the fire version first. By going to this anomaly, you go down into the Deadshot Daiquiri room, place the fuse into the laser cutter. Once you have one of the variants of the die unlocked, you can start the next step. You need to have all of the variants to complete the step. You use each of the variants, shoot one of the 4 prongs on the test chamber, and they'll flip up when they're finished. To unlock the Electrobolt die, you will need to enter the Dark Ether, and there will be 3 crystals scattered around the map. 1 crystal outside the opening of the left-hand side of the tunnel, 1 on the right-hand side of the tunnel, and 1 up in the penthouse. To unlock it, you will need to absorb the crystals into the die and then transport them down into the Particle Accelerator room. In the back right corner, there will be a little box with 3 globes on it. You will shoot the box with 3 times with the 3 different crystals, and once you've done that, it will unlock the Electrobolt die. After activating all 4 of the prongs on the testing chamber, you will once again need to return to the Dark Aether. This time, you will need to listen to another anomaly, of this time of 2 Russian soldiers. They will give you a little exposition, but it's not really needed. This segment does go on for a long time, and you will be granted immunity, as in the zombies will not attack you, but do not attack them, otherwise you will be granted the Ether Wrench, returning to the normal world. You will use the Ether Wrench on the tank that is in the spawn room. You will hit it 2 to 3 times, and out will pop a zombie from the top, flipping up the hatch. You want to kill the zombie, throw a grenade in there, or throw a Semtex at the lid. Doing so will result in the tank blasting a tree off in the distance, knocking down the power source. Now once the power source is shot down, you can just easily walk over to it and grab it. You walk faster backwards, but that's tough, and you gotta remember the pathway, so it's easy, just walk forwards. They can't catch you anyway unless you're around 55 plus. Once you make it back to the room with the test chamber, you want to place the fuse back into the place where it came, right where you saw the anomaly. Power will fully be restored, and you'll need to find a megaton. Wait till the next round, or keep one alive. You will need to split it and then walk it underneath the tree. Once the megaton is in the chamber, you'll be able to interact with the PC, which will kill all the zombies around, and will start a cutscene, an in-game cutscene, which is all just filler. You don't really need to do anything, but it progresses the Easter egg. This is a good time if you want to pause, do whatever. This is where you just chill out, get a good break, because you're completely safe. No zombies will spawn, nothing can harm you. Finally, there we go. That was the last main step before the boss fight. There are a couple other fetch sort of steps, like activating this anomaly, but pretty much now you just need to get ready before the boss fight. And to do that, you get your weapons, like your ray gun, and you get all your perks that you need. And then once you're ready, you grab this photograph, and it will teleport you into the boss fight. A lengthy cutscene will play out, so you can get your armor, you can do pack-a-punch if you need, and just wait around until the boss fight starts. Quick thing to note before this boss fight: it may seem that Orloff has a health bar, but he cannot die. You can take as much time as you need. You don't have to do it quickly. You can get your armor, pack a punch if you need. Just take your time. You don't want to fail now. Once the boss fight starts, Orloff will interact with 3 different places in the particle accelerator room. The zombies cannot kill him, but they will slow him down. And you will know his progress by the orange bar on the side as it gradually turns green and finishes. Due to this being more of a holdout and less of a boss fight, it is much easier than you would think, since there's a lot of space for you to train. Even though it is narrow, you don't have to stay in one space. You can always run around. It's just very simple, especially once you have gotten your wonder weapons like your ray gun or your die that you want. Once Orloff has finished interacting with the last point in the defend, he will have a monologue which you just have to sit through. It is unskippable, but you'll need to prepare, as this is the end of the map, this is the end of the Easter egg, this is the end of the boss fight. All these doors will open up, and large blue flames will spout up from the floor. If you run into those, you will die. So you need to run to the evac point, which is marked on the map, avoiding all the zombies, avoiding all the fire as best as you can. Once you make it there, depending on how quick you went, you might have to wait around, which does get a bit stressful since the blue flames do block off a lot of the training points. But other than that, it is a very easy Easter egg. You can get it done. I took a long time as I was streaming it, but it's very short. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something, and bye-bye.